Welcome to part 3 of your Diamond Enlightenment reading from the Oracle of the Feather Crown Tree. Thank you so much for joining me for this reading. We are going to look at energies that we can begin, energies that we're growing, and energies that we can harvest or integrate into our lives in this section of this reading. I do have 2 other parts of this reading available that you can find in my feed, and I do one of these once per month around the full moon. Whenever you have your solar return throughout the year, whichever one of these readings is closest to it should really present some very prevalent energies. It'll be kind of your reading for the year, and so I encourage you to look at that. So thanks so much. Let's get started. We're going to look at energies that are coming into our life that we want to welcome in. We're going to have a couple cards for this. Our first one is from the Yogic Path deck, and we have Sita, the goddess of devotion and loyalty. You have devoted your entire self to a person or project, and your loyalty cannot be questioned. Even in the face of harsh treatment, you have endured in the name of love. Sita remained loyal to her husband Ram, despite being told he was dead, and when another king wanted to marry her. When her husband returned, he did not believe her fidelity. She said, "I am telling the truth. I will jump into this fire and will not be burned." She stepped into the fire, untouched, proving that she was indeed loyal. Sita understands how much you truly care and the sacrifices you have made. You have displayed selfless devotion, which is one of the most holy things we can do. In serving those you love, you serve the divine. Okay, and our second energy is going to be from the Dragon Oracle cards that speaks to energies that we are encouraged to welcome into our lives. We have Black Dragon from Saturn. Brings you wisdom through spiritual discipline. Concentrate, focus on your ultimate vision. Congratulate yourself. You have passed a test. Fifth dimensional black dragons work directly with the masters of Quishi, the ascended aspect of Saturn. They help us to organize and apply ourselves to tasks, however small or large they may be. Black indicates a feminine energy of rest, peace, and calm, which enables the wisdom to come forward. It could not do so if there was too much masculine thrust. These dragons work with Archangel Gabriel, who radiates pure white light. He is in overall charge of the base center, where we hold fifth dimensional spiritual discipline. This is what enables all the fifth dimensional chakras to anchor. Archangel Gabriel's energy balances that of the black dragons of Saturn. These dragons also carry the pure violet flame of transmutation, which is held in Saturn and used to dissolve thoughts that are not focused on the ultimate vision. A black dragon from Saturn has appeared to you now, as it is time for you to address tasks with discipline and focus. Spiritual discipline is vital to ground the higher energies on your pathway. The black dragon will give you focus, concentration, determination, awareness, and the ability to plan and stick to a routine where necessary. Receiving this card is a true blessing, as it indicates that your feet are firmly planted on your ascension path, and you do everything for the highest good of all. This dragon also brings you congratulations from the angelic world. As you have passed a test you have been undergoing, it is time to celebrate your success and step forward with discipline as well as joy and bliss. Now we're going to examine some of the energies that have been in our life for some time that we need to nurture and continue respecting and valuing. Our first card is from the Enchanted Spell Oracle, and it is Success, Triumph, Achievement, Rewards. Alder. The alder tree favors wet, swampy soil to thrive in. The lesson of the alder is triumph against all odds. In medieval times, the flowers were crushed to make a beautiful green dye for clothes, and it is said to have strong associations with the fairy folk. Alder's magical properties see it being used for spells to create success in business and study. The priestess of success stands surrounded by a botanical wheel containing the alder tree's catkins, seed pods, and leaves. She is smiling and clothed in turquoise, the color associated with the spring equinox of Stara, a time of balance and discovery that is celebrated between the 18th of March and the 14th of April in the Northern Hemisphere. Beside her is the alder's spirit animal, the hawk, who represents victory. When the success card appears, be assured that a personal or business success is on the way. You have worked hard and laid the groundwork. You have sowed the seeds, and soon the rewards will appear. Keep your language positive and your confidence high. Expect the best to happen, and it will. Just as the spring equinox is a time of balance of day and night at equal length, so your diligence and persistence will be balanced by achievement. And our next card, speaking to what we may grow in our lives at this moment, is from the Mystical Shaman Oracle, and we have the drum. The rhythm of the drum tunes you to the beating heart of the universe. Its wood frame links you to the trees and helps you journey to the lower world via the roots and the upper world through its branches. The drum skin gives the shaman the powers of the animal kingdom. Striking the drum calls forth the power of the thunder and the rumbling of the earthquake. The drum invites a trance state where healing and prophecy happen. The drum invites you to take the next bold step in your journey. The forces of heaven and earth are aligned behind you, supporting effortless action. This is not a time to push against the river. The current will take you exactly where you want to go. Once you jump in, collect your power tools and summon your courage, because it's going to be a wild and glorious journey. Allow yourself to be carried by the rhythm of what is really essential in your life. And our next card for the theme of what we can continue to grow in our life will be from the Oracle of the Radiant Sun. And we have concentration. A star is centered in a delicate spider's web. The web signifies patience and concentration. Above, an imp cavorts astride a pair of tightly closed lips. while 7 swords dance dangerously around him. This card represents Saturn and Gemini, ambition and mental awareness. People with Saturn and Gemini show a capacity for good, disciplined thinking and reasoning. With Saturn, the desire to achieve is foremost. And the Gemini talents combine to find quick and appropriate answers. The need to appear to be the right person in every ambitious situation can sometimes lead to bluff and name-dropping. Practical and systematic Saturn-Gemini people are persistent in solving tricky problems. When it comes to looking after their own matters, clarity in contracts and agreements are of importance to Saturn Geminis, for they need to know precisely where they stand. They often have a talent for mathematics and science, and the painstaking attitude that goes with this kind of activity. Most of the information they require is geared to their career and ambition. Technical books and biographies of the famous are likely to be more important on their shelves than fiction. Negatively, people with this planet sign combination, although basically resourceful and flexible, tend to be over-suspicious, hypercritical, and twitchy. In a reading, this card suggests a situation full of distractions and unnecessary complications. Only by keeping conscious to the essence of the matter will the questioner arrive at a successful conclusion, because Gemini rules the 3rd house. This card can indicate strain on the questioner's relationship with siblings. And our final card, indicating what we may continue to nurture, will be from the Earth Warriors, and we have Pacha Karmak, nourishment of the soul. Explore and experiment with nutritional wisdom, which suits your body at this time. Understand that it may change over time. Remember that caring for the needs of your body is more important and spiritually mature than trying to force your body to meet the expectations of a belief system outside of yourself. Don't starve yourself of what you need on any level of your being, including peace, solitude, love, time spent in spiritual communion, artistic expression, and nutrition. Answers are coming for your questions about all forms of nourishment, including nutrition. So do not give up when you are so close to finding your way. If you have been struggling with your needs being met on some level, a blessing is given to help you into more nourishing and abundant situations in all areas of your life. And the next few cards out will be relating to what we've already been nourishing and what we can really fully harvest at this time, what we can own, what we can integrate. Our first card will be from the Power deck, and it is Wisdom. If you are addicted to the process of becoming, there are storms on your horizon. If suddenly there is nothing left to become, you are filled with terror. Suddenly, you are face to face with your own empty being. Find the sacred space, a sanctuary of pleasant stillness in your heart. To know that you are truly alone is the first step on the long journey of self-discovery. On the path to power, The final step is to learn that you are already linked with the universe, that you are already part of everything, and you already live in the lodges of the universe. This is wisdom. And the last card, speaking to what we have become wise to, is from the Tao Oracle deck. And we have small is beautiful. Anything you take on right now should be handled as though it were a butterfly's wings. This delicate time requires a realistic consideration of both your limitations and capacities, so that you can be honest about what you can and can't do. Be conscientious, but be true to yourself first. The Tao continually restores equilibrium by relieving excess. You've become maxed out in some area of your life. However, and it is time to slow down and get back in touch with yourself. You can't afford to project an in-demand, cruising in the fast lane image that would tip the scales to the point of collapse. We tend to believe that busy and bright is good, silent and subtle is boring. That ideal can keep us flooring the gas pedal, even when the tank is empty and we're running on fumes. Then we lurch to a full stop and wonder what happened. At the first sign that you need to simplify, ease off and cut back. Any other course is irresponsible and will compound problems for everyone. Relaxing the breath is one way to come back home to your center again. If you find that you're holding your breath, perhaps out of unconscious anxiety, notice what you're thinking, then relax your breath and let go of your thoughts. This lessens the grip of the fixated mind and relaxes the body too. Whatever you're doing, working, shopping, driving, brushing your teeth, check in with your breath whenever you remember. No need to judge. There is no success or failure here. And we are going to end there. I really am truly grateful that you have shared this reading with me. I hope that it has served your highest good and helped you transform, or will help you transform, some energies that may not be for your best good and the best good of others. Please feel free to check out any of my other readings I offer. I do a daily little mini reading for chakras, and also when the moon changes signs, I do a little reading for that one too throughout the week. Thank you. Stay blessed. You are loved, and I truly enjoyed having you along.